sense of the kind of the young as this kind of, the people that are, being exposed to all these new ideas, having educational opportunities. The young were really, in a sense, the people that kind of ruled the city at that time, and were very much visible. So I wanted to, end off there. This is just a photo of a Hindu festival I recently kind of stumbled into in Yangon. Apparently, many of these festivals have not been allowed to be staged in such an obvious way, but it's interesting that they have kind of emerged, and it was fascinating to see it just kind of springing out, and just to kind of celebrate this kind of multi-ethnic past in both these cities, and seeing that is really key to the kind of unique history of both these cities. So I think I will end there. But yeah, just putting up that question about how we can, Penang and Rangoon can learn from each other about celebrating, not just the national histories, but the multi-ethnic histories and the global and cosmopolitan past that they have. Thank you.
Though they dealt with quite different time periods, I found a lot of resonance between the two papers. Sunil started with a map, and in fact I think what both of your papers were doing was remapping the region imaginatively in ways that, on the one hand, are unfamiliar. They're unfamiliar from the history books that we read, but on the other hand, they're deeply familiar in terms of one's intuitive experience for those of us who have spent a lot of time in the region, and they're also familiar because a lot of these are connections that are, once again, at the forefront of people's consciousness, and they are very much being revived. Both the papers, I think, show how these regions shift, how these connections, these networks ebb and flow, especially in Atsuko's paper. We see that particular imagination linking the Burmese coast with the Strait settlements sort of disappears to some extent because of political change. And Sulin then shows how other kinds of networks, migrant networks, professional networks, create new sorts of connections between Yangon and Penang into the 20th century. I think both of the papers also have in common a sort of point of departure, which is that they take the perspective not of states, but really they trace journeys from the ground up. In Atsuko's case, these are the journeys of medical doctors who have their own view of the world, which perhaps is quite different from that even of the East India Company in the colonial state. And of course, Sulin's paper shows that diasporas, migrant groups, in their interactions with each other, as well as in and of themselves, also see the world in different ways, perhaps pay less attention to the colonial boundaries between British Burma and the Strait settlements, or between the Strait settlements and British Malaya. And I think that both of these papers are really wonderful examples of the kinds of work which historians are starting to do, which allows us to see the region and its cities and its hinterlands in new ways. So I learned an enormous amount from them, and we've got a good half hour or more for questions and comments, so that's all is on.